Hello, everybody. Today is August 2nd. My wife's birthday is in 3 days. It's kind of a crazy time for, and this is actually, maybe this is her birthday present. This is our newest little addition to the family. We have a 3-year-old teddy bear, and now she just got this 11-week-old teddy bear. So my kids were so excited. He's such a little peanut. So it's kind of crazy. But like I said, this is kind of an interesting time for me. So my 18-year-old's birthday is the end of July, and then my wife's birthday. And then I have birthdays for my children in October, November, December, and January. So, it's like hopping from one birthday to the next. And I am terrible at birthdays. I never know what to get. I have these ideas that usually flop. So we'll see. It's kind of it's an interesting time. I wish I was a better gift giver than I am. So I traded MU today. And it was kind of interesting that I was both short and long.
That's not MU.
Yeah, that's not MU. We're going to talk about this one next, this HKD, which we've seen it before, not with HKD, but so MU. And basically, like I said, I was short at the open because the app told me to. And then I got out as it started to move up. And when I noticed this,
hey Brian.
Yep.
Where did it reverse?
So right here, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes after.
Yeah, it always reverses at 30 minutes.
Yeah, right. Magical time.
Just go the opposite way after 30 minutes and you'll do better off than anything else.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I was short, probably here, got greedy and didn't close it. And that's another thing I'm learning, is to kind of be nimble. Know when to cut your losses, know when to hold. So then I saw that it rose and tested the 5-minute high, tested the 5-minute low, and then I'm like, you know what? I bet it's going to break through. And I think I got in here, or maybe here. And eventually, sure enough, it did. It broke 5-minute high and traded all the way up to 63.5. And then as I watched these candles start to develop, that's when I got out. So like I said, I use the FTM Options Trading, which I think we're going to call the stock trading app. But I use it religiously. I have a select group of stocks that I watch. I think another thing that I wanted for MU, and I bet now it's close to its 20 SMA. And thinking about that, and I've mentioned this before, I have a scanner set up in Thinkorswim where I can tell how far away from the 20 SMA it is. Like RIOT. If I go look at RIOT, here's where the stock is, and here's where the 20 SMA is. So theoretically, eventually this should come back down, or should stabilize and meet its 20 SMA.
Now that's a good point you just did there. If you look at that chart right there, for all the money listeners, what you would do, that is the trade that you want, is that you would set your line at that high, that orange high right there. And so, yeah, right there. And then what you would do is you would go ahead and give yourself a little room, and then you would set that your stop above that line.
Right.
And then what happens is that knowing that it's going to go back to $6.28, it's a predictable trade. I was always taught, if it's not predictable, don't do the trade.
Right.
And-
Yeah. You're not going to lose money being choosy.
No, that's the key there is you have to be choosy.
Well, did I say that wrong?
No, yeah, you're right. You said it 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you did
yeah.
a double negative, but it's the same thing. You've got to be choosy.
Right, exactly. Yeah. If you just continue to chase trades and say, you know what, I need to trade, you're not going to do well. And I kind of zoomed out this 1-year chart. And if we look, you know, there's even a top here at 7.5. So I think it's going to take quite a bit for this to break above this line here and hold. And that's what you want to see is if it breaks above and it holds, then it may be time to go long. But like I said, I've created a video in the past. I've mentioned this scanner that looks for the distance of the 20 SMA. So yeah, so you can use this to kind of pick your stocks that you want to start tracking as well. I have 8 to 10 stocks that I look at or I watch. I put them on the 5-minute trading app, and I let them tell me when they're going to break out. Alan and I were laughing at, well, I don't know, laughing's not the right word, saying, how could we get into this? HKD, which is a subsidiary of AMTD Digital, IPO July 15th at $12, made it all the way up to 2,000. It's been hitting circuit breakers the past 2 days, halting trading. It doesn't offer any options. I wonder, there used to be like a easy to borrow, hard to borrow indicator. And I don't know where that is. So yeah, this has had a crazy move. We've seen it before with GameStop. We've seen it before with AMC. Eventually this will come back to earth. It's just a matter of when. Like I said, it doesn't have options, so you can't short it that way.
What was the volume on it today?
Let's see here. Trade last. 350,000
Shares?
shares.
Now the question is, does it have 350,000 shares?
I've seen it before. HKD. Post volume 350. No ratings. Oh, there it is. NTB. None to borrow. So this is, like I said, this is Thinkorswim. So in the Analyze tab, and fundamentals, you can bring up any company. And normal companies, do Apple, for example, will have this data. Like I said, this company IPO July 15th. Nobody knows anything about it. There's this ETB, which stands for easy to borrow. So when you want to short a company or short a run, like this one has had. Basically, there are two ways to do it. You can either buy puts if they're available, or you can borrow shares from your broker in the eventual idea that you are going to buy them back at a lower price. So almost like you're selling shares that you don't own. But again, where was it? Analyze HKD, which basically there's really no information on it. If we look at AMTB, which owns it, you know, we can get some information based on them. But like I said, you know, it is interesting. Another thing that I saw today as I was looking around is a heat map. I honestly didn't know this existed until today. But yeah, this is, like I said, thinkorswim. So I think that's about it. Other than I mentioned, I saw on CNBC, the Fed's getting hawkish again, mentioning the big I word, the elephant in the corner, inflation, thinking they need to do something, and there may be additional rate hikes. So when that happens, interest rates go up, non-stocks get more interesting. So people sell stocks to go into these safer areas because there's a higher interest rate. So economics 101. I think that's really all I have. Alan, how have you been?
Oh, things are good. Party was great. Had well over 100. Band was amazing. We had an Elvis impersonator. I'm thinking Brian can put it on his schedule. August 5th will be the next party next year.
August 5th, you know what that is?
What?
That's my wife's birthday.
Oh, well, maybe that won't work.
Yeah, we'll figure out.
I wonder what happened. I wonder if 13th is too late or not. Well, yeah, well, you're definitely gonna got some plans on the oh, what day did I say?
August 5th.
August. Well, there you go.
Maybe we'll take a trip to Michigan. Call it Lisa's birthday party at your house.
There you go. And everything, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times people have them the next day too, but but we'll see. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So
stocks, we were working on different things with the app. I don't know how you've been doing, but I've been doing real well with Google. And the reason I say that is because I actually got the idea from one of our follow members, Darren. And he says, oh, I haven't been able to trade that since they've switched it. And then I started playing around with it. Man, that is a cheap stock. I buy 10 contracts, usually around $800 to $1,200. And that baby moves. So
yeah,
that's a good one to do.
yeah, because what do they split? 5 to 1?
I've been trading that every day on the Google. And so the only thing I'm finding is it moves a lot. But other than that, it's been a good trade.
Well, you know what? It wasn't a good trade for me last Friday. because it was supposed to go down and it went up. So,
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So what happened? I really think, because I reached out to some JP Morgan Chase friends that I have, talked to other people about it. They were very confused because they see the counts of people that come into their branches for the first of the month. They know of the phenomenon. They don't talk about the phenomenon. They know of the phenomenon because it's literally they have to bring on 2 more, 3 more employees per branch for that day. So it's a huge day for them. They know this.
yeah,
Everybody in the business knows this. So it's not like it's crazy. And they're putting their money in. When it goes direct deposit into a Fidelity or another clearinghouse, what happens is they take the money and put it to work. So that's what causes the market to do what it does. Now, what happened is that I actually went into the branch on Friday and Saturday, and they were very confused because they said it was busy. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. It's the last day of the month. They're like, we don't know what to make of it. It was very odd for them too, because usually the last day of the month or the end of the month is not busy, but it was very busy. It was very busy Friday. And so I should have known better. I had way too many shorts out there for it. And believe it or not, I had a nice position on Google, bought 50 contracts at $25 a contract. And they were almost at $6 a contract. So that was a good trade. And it did exactly what I thought of it. It did drop between like about 10 and 12 or something like that, but then it came back. If you look at Google on Friday, you'll see them right on that. But good stuff. Brian working his butt off. We're coming up with new products to give to you guys on apps that we're working on. We think that this is going to help you a lot. And it's all about trying to go ahead and help people in that utilizing what we're getting out there as products and then going ahead and making money. That's the key. So hopefully that's what it's all about. So with that, Brian, I'm going to let you go. Happy birthday to your wife. Over a hug and kiss for me. not for me, but just say Alan said a happy birthday.
Yeah, we're an old married couple. We don't do that anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna say, you know what? Alan told me I had to, so.
Yeah, and then take a ride in that bed of yours. So.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, you said you had to run at 7, so I got you out on time. So we'll talk to you later then.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you later.